Okay, so on this question, we're supposed to take the limit as h goes to 0 of this expression. You can try to just plug in 0. It's not going to work. You plug that in, you see you're going to get 49 minus 49 over 9 times 0, which is 0 over 0, which is unclear. So whenever we get 0 over 0, that's unclear, and we got to try something else. So what are we going to try? Well, it's going to be best just to multiply stuff out. Let me show you. So this 7 plus h squared, that means 7 plus h times 7 plus h. It's let me get the bottom here first, and I'll mention it's a easy mistake to make. A lot of people make the mistake when they see 7 plus h squared, they think, oh, that's just 7 squared and h squared. That's not true. That's not true. You can't just square the two numbers like that. Instead, you have to write two of the parentheses. You can see it with just plain numbers. What if I just had like 2 plus 3 and I squared it, right? Is that just 2 squared and 3 squared? No, that would be 4 plus 9, which is 13. This is really 5 squared, isn't it? 2 plus 3 is 5. 5 squared is really 25. It's not 13. Do you see why I just said that? Having a second power on two things added, it's wrong to just square them both. That's clearly the wrong answer. You'd get 2 squared plus 3 squared, which is 4 plus 9, which is 13. The real answer we know is 25 because this is really 5. 2 and 3 is 5 squared, 5 times 5, 25. So that proves this isn't wrong. So don't make that mistake. Watch out for that. Don't just square the 7, square the h. That's not true. Instead, you've got to write two of them. A two power means write two of them, and then you've got a FOIL like that. And this to both. Remember that? So let's bring it on down and do that. So these are the important, but this is the reason people pass or don't pass calculus is all these little algebra rules, foiling and distributing and factoring. So practice these. This is what you need to know to make it through. So 7 times, so I'm going to go back, I'm going to multiply now here. So this guy first, 7, he's going to go boom and boom. 7 times 7 is 49. 7 times h is 7h. He's done. The first one went to both. Now it's this guy's turn. We'll go boom, boom. So that's another 7h. You can write h7, 7h, doesn't matter. Plus h squared. Okay, then we have that 49 at the back and the 9h on the bottom. Okay, so what happens next? Well, let's bring it on down. Limit h goes to 0 of, we see 49 and minus 49 cancel out. And we have 7h inside, so those are like terms. 14h plus h squared over 9h. And now we can try again to just plug in our 0 because h is going to 0. So plug in 0. Oh, wait, no, it's still not. It's still going to be 0 over 0, isn't it? I'm a little too quick, a little too hasty here. What we got to do one more step of factoring. Let me address another common mistake that people make at this point. A lot of people think, bring it back here. A lot of people think, oh, okay, I got it, Mr. Aaron. You just cancel these H's. No, 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 no. You can't do that. You cannot cancel things that are added and subtracted. Let me prove it again by an example. What if you had 2 plus 4 over 2? Can you just cancel those twos? No way. The real answer is 6 over 2, which is 3. If you cancel the twos, now it's 4. Do you see what I'm talking about? 2 plus 4 over 2 is really 6 over 2. 6 divided by 2 is 3. If you cancel the 2's, all of a sudden it's 4. So that shows that that's not allowed. So you cannot, let me write a note, you cannot cancel added or subtracted items. Only cancel multiplied items. Only cancel multiplied items. So I can't cancel these h's or these h's or anything like that. Instead, I have to cancel multiplied items. Well, there's nothing multiplied here. Or I go, wait, hold on. You might say, Mr. These are multiplied. Yeah, the h is multiplied by the 14, but it's also added. So you can't have any adding. So can't do it. So what are we going to do? We can factor that top. Do you see what we can do there on the top? At top, we can take an H out. See how they both have H? take h out, that leaves 14 plus h. Do you see that? So that h, boom, boom, it go back to 14h and h squared. Okay, why? Okay, great. So what? Well, now I can cancel that h. Now, why is it okay there? Because that's a multiplied h. He's not added to anything. And that's a multiplied h. He's not added to anything. Does that make sense? You can only cancel multiplied items, not added, subtracted items. Really important rule in calculus. You can only cancel multiplied items. So now we have the limit as h goes to 0 of 14 plus h over 9. Whoops, there's a mistake there. Over 9. So now let's try plugging in the 0 now. Now we can plug in the 0 and we get 14 plus 0 over 9, which is just 14 over 9. And so that's our answer. Does that make sense? So we finally got it to work. Why? You see, the plugging in 0 wasn't working because this guy and this guy were making the top and the bottom 0. So once we got rid of them, once we canceled them correctly when they were multiplied items, then we can cancel them. We can plug in 49. Was that the right answer? Oh, they said 49 over 9, um, which is the wrong answer. This problem is broken. I'll have to fix it. So we did it correctly. The real answer is 14 over 9, and I need to go fix that question. All right. So there we go.